So this is my very jerry-rigged setup here. Nothing is permanent, and I have no idea how to get. Well, right now I'm only drawing about at maximum 4 amps from these batteries, and this motor right here is supposed to actually go at about 30 amps, more or less, at during driving conditions. But for right now, what I have is this EV Warrior motor clamped onto this wood bracket, which is clamped onto the motor mount on my Acer Racer Go-Kart. Number 35 chain and sprockets going to the original wheel, which is not attached, just on the shaft. And then I have 2 old nickel metal hydride batteries in series, so it gets about 14 volts, a little over 14, like 14.4 volts. But then it goes into my marine switch, which then turns the power on and off, and then that feeds into my DC to DC converter, which brings in 12. It's supposed to be 12, but I'm bringing 14 to 24 volts to the motor. So when I turn this little switch right here, eventually I'll have a speed controller on here, but right now it's just this switch. It turns the motor on, and it runs fairly well. I'm pretty happy, but there's nowhere near enough torque to really do anything at the moment. These batteries are old too, so they're not really super reliable. My thought is to get a couple of similar batteries, put them together in series, and then bring them out at parallel, so I can bring out more amperage but keep them at 12 volts, do the DC to DC conversion, and hopefully pump out 24 volts and about 30 amps. That's my hope. So right now, sadly though, this guy has a breaker on it of 30 amps, so I'll have to probably do around 20 or so I don't blow the fuse. So on that, pretty happy. And like I said, these are old batteries. These are very old, so it's still performing well. This is no load though. This is just free spinning, so under load, this thing wouldn't move anywhere yet, but eventually it will. So here's hoping I can get this to work properly. Thanks.